Hi everyone, welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome, and dare I say, welcome. Welcome back to Pokemon Null. Didn't stream yesterday, I took a day off just for me. I don't need to explain myself to you. But today, I should sit up better, hold on. Higher chair. You can go a bit higher. It cannot go a bit higher, the table's in the way. But I can... Come on. Ah! That's too straight. There we go. I can make the back of the chair be a bit more straight. That's something I can do. Only straight thing in this stream. There we go. That's a bit better. That's a bit better. So today, I don't have much to yap about. Maybe a little bit of yapping, actually. Let's do a little bit of yapping while the ads on Twitch finish up. Been playing some more Champions. I'm enjoying it more now that I've bit the bullet and I've just started using Pokemon Home. I didn't have Home, I had to set it up, but having actual Pokemon you can use is fun. Making actual teams and like actually playing the game. That is more fun than being like, oh damn, my team kind of sucks, so I can't get VP, so I can't do anything. But it still sucks having to like prepare my Pokemon in those other games because I'm like, well, I have to transfer it now and I could just play on the ladder in Scarlet Violet, you know? And I'm starting to run out of my duped ability patches that I sell for infinite money, so it's not really infinite money anymore, so it's kind of getting hard to train Pokemon in SV. Because, yeah. Or, yeah, Scarlet Violet. But it's fine. I did want to do one thing because I've been using like a little sand team and I'm like, oh, it's, you know, it's fine, but I want to get... I like cast form, basically, and I saw that like you can get icons for winning with certain Pokemon. So I made a team that, hold on, let me actually go over... Let me do this... No? Oh fuck, wait, I'm gonna have to change something quickly. Because I'm changing which damage calculator we're using for this. Because last time, I think it was Hijack, who I don't know if he's here or they are here. But they recommended a different damage calc, an alternative, and I'm gonna try using this one for today. But I made myself a... Oh no. Oh, that doesn't work. Haha! I made a team out of, or for cast form. I made a cast form centric team that's going to use 2 weather conditions. I wanted to use 3 weather conditions for all 3 formies, but that was hard to fit because then you have rain, which goes against Incineroar, and it's just not really actually that useful, and you know, it's not actually just like that great. So this is what I came up with. Only Pokemon I need is Himothy himself, the cast form. Gotta make that happen, but I'm excited to use this. I'm excited to use this team for when I get the... My friend is getting me a shiny cast form because I don't have BDSP, so I'm excited for that. But, like I said, today will probably be a little bit shorter, maybe an hour, hour and a half, depends on how quick we are with the planning, because that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna be planning. We're just gonna be planning. Planning and doing the Norman fight. I do have to quickly figure out how to export the team into this, because I think I still need to do it the normal way. I don't think I just upload my save file. So I'm gonna quickly get all my... Oh, actually, I should take off all my items before I do anything else. How was the gym? I somehow did the entire Norman gym deathless. Like the actual trainers of the Norman gym, obviously not Norman himself. He is he's still very much here. He still very much exists. And he might wipe me finally. Cause, you know, this run is, I don't want to say cursed, but like, my god, man, the amount of deaths I've had is, it's hard to keep up. You know, I'm lacking a lot of tools. And there's one Pokemon in particular that Norman has that I straight up do not have an answer for at all. And it's the mouse hold. And we're going to look at that in a moment, right? Because we're definitely going to have to plan out like a proper line for this. Like this is going to have to be planned completely. So nice. This does add the Mega right away with the correct ability. Okay, that's nice. That's nice. I will have to zoom out a little bit so that the whole thing shows on screen because I like when it does that. I like when it can do that. Okay, good. So, let's start off this battle. Let's start off this planning. Also, I've got Balatro music on for today. Hope everyone's chill with that. I like me some good Balatro. Well, actually, I'm not like the biggest fan of Balatro, to be honest. I didn't like play it that much. I thought it was... I don't want to say it was overrated, but I felt it was a little bit... I guess... overhyped, maybe is the right word. Okay, where is my notes? My notes? My notes. I would like my notes, please. No Battlelands. Why is it showing up? What the fuck? Excuse me? Obsidian? Show the notes, please. There we go. There are the notes. Okay. Norman fight. I can barely hear the music. I'm playing Desolation. The music's really... Okay, I thought it was because of my music being too low. I mean, it is pretty low. Also, I'm actually thinking this is maybe a little bit too relaxing. I don't want to put on battle music, though. Ooh, you know what? Pokemon Coliseum music might be good for this. Yeah. Pokemon Coliseum music. That's the play. As in, literally, that's the thing we're playing. Nice. Yeah, that's the vibe. That's the planning vibe. That's the vibe I need right now. Okay. So, what are we looking at? We are looking at the Norman team. Let me actually look at it over here for a second. You can see Silvally fighting. Very, very normal type of him. Very normal type. I mean, you know, technically, without the fighting memory, it's a normal type. But not a huge threat. It's just kind of like sword stance and moves, you know, like we can... This is a 1v1 that we can kill. Like we can... First one we can handle. Slacking? A little bit more of a problem, you know. Retaliate, eject button. Kind of sucks. But if we can handle this thing... we can definitely deal with it. You know, if we have like a protect Pokemon out in front of this and we just deal with the eject button once and then we send it in again afterwards. Like, this is something we can also probably handle. I'm skipping over Massault. For Redraft, again, kind of a move check. Calm Mind obviously sucks. Sucker Punch is like fine. No Prio is not a bad thing, but like because of Armor Tail. But like this is another thing where like, oh, it can set up, it can do damage, but it's not like the most dangerous. Like we have ways of dealing with it. Zoroark is sweet. This was actually a bit of a problem because my dark types are not good against it because of Focus Blast. But like we can maybe handle it. We do also have to be careful about like when this switches in. So that's why we have to make a line, like a proper line. Because this has to switch in at a time when like we can actually handle it. Or sorry, this has to switch in and like we know when it's coming in. Because otherwise we're going to be attacking it thinking that it's like for redraft or something, but no, it's Zoroark. So gotta be careful, gotta be careful. Also, I think... Hold on, I have an idea quickly. Let me go into my settings on my VTuber and... Oh shit. Not what I wanted, not what I wanted. I think I might know why my mouth tracking is a little bit more weird. Hold on, let me actually make this like 2.5. And that already looks a little bit better. Yeah, I think the smiling threshold was a bit too low. I think this looks a bit better. My mouth is not just like all the time. Yeah, this looks a little bit better. Okay, sorry. Small tangent, small... We do a little tangentializing. We tangentialize a little bit. But yeah, this is like not a... It's still a problem, but we can probably deal with it. Kangaskhan Mega, also a problem, but also something we can hopefully deal with. Mousehold, however, we have legitimately nothing for this. King's Rock, Technician, Population Bomb, like... These multi-hit moves are going to fuck our day up. It's not... what's the word? It's not skill link. So it might not be 5-hit every time, but like just, we don't have a counter for this. We don't have like a rough skin Pokemon or something. So this will be really, really hard to handle and probably could just wipe me because like I said, this outspeeds everything on my team. So let's see how we can potentially handle this. First of all, we got this Silvally. I don't necessarily want to use Nidoking or Nidoqueen because I don't want this to start boosting. But it's got really fucking good defense. Why is this taking like... Oh, right, because it's a fighting type, right? I need to... hit this with psychic moves type shit. Where's my Armor Rouge? Yeah, like Armor Rouge like perfectly handles this actually. Armor Rouge just like, we click psychic twice, we're good. That's an easy one. That's an easy one. Two of the Zorak and the Isui was disguised as the dark type. Ah, that's kind of cool. That's kind of a cool strategy. Sadly, Species Clause doesn't really allow that, but like, that's cool. Oh, it's Silvally with an I. Silvally. Nope. Silvally fighting type. You're an opponent, so you get red. And Armor Rouge, not an opponent, becomes green. 2 shots, is safe from crit and flinches since it'll click multi-attack. I think at least we're safe from 2 crits. Okay, 2 crits can theoretically kill us if the rolls are really high, so we might want to have like a citrus berry on this or something. Like a double crit would be super unlikely. Like double crit into the most... Yeah. Okay, this does not have any like secondary effects. So it's just 120 base power fighting. Wait, why does this say normal? Wouldn't it be a fighting type move? Fighting. Okay, it is calcing it as a fighting type move already. That's good, that's good. Okay. So that isn't too bad as an opener. That works for turn 1. I am probably going to give the citrus though. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to give you a scope lens because if you can crit, you can one-shot and that would be better than, you know, us getting crit. So that's like a thing we can try to get here. Increase our crit chance a little bit, you know. Whomst do you bait? It is probably... 140 base power retaliate is almost certainly going to kill us, and this does outspeed us, so it's just going to be slacking next. Slacking. So this, group it up. Silvally. You're red, and this is going to be using retaliate. What do we have that can take a 140 base power retaliate? So obviously, Kabutops. I think that's also the smartest thing to do here because then we can flip turn out of there and exactly decide what comes in next. Is it possible to use a move that takes an item with Silvally to put out the typing or not? We don't get access to those. We don't get access to those kinds of moves. We don't get like trick or knockoff or anything. Would be nice, but nope, that is not happening. I could also, well, I can't really boost. But I could put this thing to sleep. But I'd have to switch on a Truant turn. But after that, I like don't take that much damage. Because then I could yawn, wish, let it fall asleep. That's like a thing I could do. I guess how valuable is it for this thing to be asleep? I don't think it's really that valuable. But I would... Oh, actually, wait. Instead of Kabutops... Wait, if you knock off an eject button, what happens? I actually am going to check that quickly. Pokemon knock off eject button. Does it still trigger? Will be removed from the holder by knockoff and above before it has the opportunity to activate. Interesting. Then I actually think the play here isn't Kabutops, it's Shuckle. Because essentially, like we would get to click knockoff, remove its eject button, retaliate goes down to normal base power. We click sticky webs, we have sticky webs for the whole fight. You know? I think that's a nice one here. I think that'd be a good one. Oh, wait, I guess I could have... Sorry, when I reread your message, I realized you meant just, like, knock off the item, not necessarily trick it onto me. We don't get access to, like, moves that can steal items, thieves and stuff. Like, they have that effect removed. But we do have knockoff, so... But it's just not that valuable, because, like, the Sylvali is just still going to be strong. And I don't want it to start setting up... Thank you! I don't want it to start setting up sword stances, so I just want to take it out as quickly as possible. And Armor Rouge is a good counter into it. It's actually kind of fine that it's a fighting type. So... Yeah. I think the Shuckle switch is way, way better here. We are at risk of crit this way, but we take less damage overall still. And with a nice juicy citrus berry, especially with gluttony, we can totally survive anything this wants to throw at us. And, okay. This also means we can take it out right now. We don't have to, like, wait. Swap in Shuckle, webs, and knock off. On a Truant turn, switch to... Now's the question. Actually, then power split. Because we can average this thing's attack down to... like 70? That kind of thing? Which, like, if this thing's attack... Let me actually check the exact number, because I want to make sure. Average calculator. There we go, that's what I need. So I need the average between 10 and 160. 85. Okay, so this thing would be at 85 base attack. Which means... we can just kind of switch in what... And also this would be at 70 base power. Which, like... yeah, Chestnut can just wall this at this point, for example. And we probably want to blink Chestnut anyway. Chestnut can, like, heal up with Spiky Shield through Truant. So this would be, like, omega safe. This would be, like, the safest thing. Okay, how likely is it that with -1 speed on everything, we can sweep with Drampa Berserk? How likely is that? Because I don't think it's very likely, but, like, how likely would it be? You know? I don't think that would happen. I don't think that would happen. But oh my god, could you imagine if we could actually do a Drampa sweep here? That would be so hype. Oh my god. Oh, that'd be so sick. I could set up a light screen, but that's not really that useful in turn. Because, like, this thing is basically like fodder, right? I'm wondering what I can abuse the time with, but I don't really... like, the game doesn't give you, like, setup stuff, so it's not really that abusable as much as I wish it would be, at least. Yeah. The only stat boosting thing we have would be Drampa. And it's just not fast enough, even with the -1 on everything. Yeah, you know what? Yeah. But the sticky webs are going to be really useful because that means Tandem Mouse will be slower. So yeah, let's bring this to actually kill it with. And I think that'll be a good counter. Item? I don't know what the item should be on Chestnut. We'll figure that out. Good music, man, good music. Swap in Chestnut. And kill. While making sure you end at full HP. Because this thing will still be faster than me, so I can synthesis on an attacking turn, and then kill it with body press when it has a Truant turn, so I can guarantee I'll be at full HP. So that's really nice. That's really, really helpful, actually. Okay. That is a good way... I think that's a really good way of dealing with slacking. It means we have webs up. It means we have... we don't have to deal with slacking right away. Like, again, afterwards, we have it dealt with right away. And we have a full health Chestnut Yeah, this is like a good start to the line, I think. What are your items? Not many. I got the type boosting items. I got some berries. I do have a Chilon berry that I could maybe use here at some point, maybe. Not much else. I got like King's Rock, Scope Lens. I lost my Quick Claw and I lost my Bright Powder. So, you know, I lost some of my gimmicky items. Okay, so Chestnut is in. Who has a kill on full health Chestnut? Okay, so it's very important that we are at full health because otherwise Pop Bomb might see a kill. Why can't I adjust? Wait, why is Pop Bomb showing like all of its hits? Why can't I adjust the number of hits I'm taking? Don't tell me they made it 100% accurate. Oh my god, please. No, it's not. Okay. Okay, Still good. How do you lose items? I got knocked off when I wasn't expecting it. Knockoff is like losing items in battle is permanent. The damage. Yeah, these still show single hit, but like even if I click Rock Blast, like these show the numbers for a single hit. But like down here on the right, I can switch how many numbers, like how many times it's hitting, but I can't do it for Population Bomb, which is a bit annoying. But as long as I am actually full health, it should be... Well, Farigiraf has slow kill. Does anything have fast kill? No, so it would be Farigiraf, I think, still, but with slow kill. I think, because it's never Zoroark. We actually counter this a little bit. That's good to know for later. So Farigiraf should be next. Should be. Also, let me make sure I'm not forgetting items here. You have eject button. You have Life Orb. Okay. Tinkaton does wall this. The issue is, after we knock off, we kind of stop doing damage to this. And then it can start setting up. I don't know if that matters, though. Like, if we just go in... We do 35%... And then we just keep clicking Play Rough, maybe with a Fairy Feather? That gives me like an okay-ish chance to 3-hit KO, especially after Fake Out, actually. Yeah, let's do that. I think that's a good strat here. Fake Out, knock off, and then Play Rough 3 times, or 2 times. It's pretty safe, and it also lets me bring Tinkaton, which will be very useful for later in the fight, because it lets me... Oh yeah, right, Fairy Feather was not in my item sheet for some reason, so I have to use Arceus Fairy as a held item. Fake Out, knock off, and 2 Play Rough kill. Calm Minds shouldn't matter. Though actually, I'm wondering if I take the Fairy Feather off. So that's 7%, 35. Okay, it wouldn't be a guaranteed 3-hit KO if I do this. Because my issue is that I do want some healing on this, but I'm faster. Like, I don't think it matters that much. Actually, how much damage do I do when the item is gone with knockoff? Yeah, it's less than Play Rough. Okay, yeah. I actually think it's more worth it to have a Citrus Berry on this, I'm not gonna lie. Just because I think having this thing come in multiple times will be very important. Also, Tinkaton was my main Pokemon. She carried hard when there were overleveled flying types. You wonder why you're the only one here? I mean, sometimes chat's slow. I don't know. Maybe there's not a lot of people here today. That happens. That can happen. I don't mind. I like streaming for myself. Black Glass would guarantee no CM for what it's worth, since it's 90% after Life Orb Chip. Well, oh yeah, it does take a Life Orb Chip. Actually, if it takes Life Orb Chip once, then I don't need an item anyway. Because I really want the Citrus Berry so I can swap this in multiple times throughout the battle if need be. for fake out chip. That's actually a good shout, because I am going to switch in on at least one move, so I'm just going to have some life orb chip taken on Twin Beam. That is a good shout. I will quickly check. I don't think Twin Beam has any secondary effect, right? It's just it hits twice. Yeah. Okay, good. That's important, because I don't want to get, like, I don't know, special defense dropped and then my whole strategy goes out the window. Now, what does Tinkaton bait? It's gonna be low health. It honestly looks like it's gonna be Mousehold, yeah. Just to be clear, Zoroark is always disguised as the last Pokemon in the party, right? So if it were disguised, it is always going to be as Kangaskhan. Like, it's always going to be, oh, Kangaskhan comes in, but it's Zoroark when we see it. I think that's how it works. Okay, so Tandemaus comes in, probably clicking Population Bomb. This will be at -1 speed. How do we deal with this? Shuckle does take a lot from this still. Honestly, we might be... I feel like maybe we should sack here. I try to do Deathless Lines normally, but like... swapping into this thing is going to be really fucking rough. The question is, what do we sack? Because, like, none of these guys I'm willing to sack. Because, like, Armarouge is my only psychic type. Tinkaton's my only fake out mount. Shuckle is insanely useful. Chestnut's also insanely useful. So I'd need to bring something for the explicit purpose of having it get sacked. Which I'm not a huge fan of. Also, how does beat up work again in this? User one time for each unfainted Pokemon with non-volatile status conditions. Oh god, how do you even calc this? 5 plus x divided by 10, where x is the Pokemon's base attack. So there would be, what, 3 Pokemon? There would be 2 Pokemon left? No, 3 total, right? Yeah. One time for the user. Okay, so it would be 3 hits at like an average of x divided by 5, so this would be like 15, just about. Actually, exactly 15 base power. This would be 20 base power. This would be like 19, so like an average of 15 base power, I guess. But 3 times, so like... yeah, let's just say 45 base power Dark move for this, as like an average we can use here. I literally hate beat... what? I literally have beat up on Houndoom. My guys. It's good when you have a lot of Pokemon. Yeah, that's fair, but it's rough to calculate. Mousehold almost never beats up. Yeah, it's weird, because like, it's not gonna come out first, and even then, like, Pop Bomb is just almost always gonna be more damage. Like, what Psychic Rock or Psychic Steel type do you get at this point where it would be, you know, worth it? Aloe Slash does take a full Population Bomb, but we don't outspeed with it. Oh wait, -1, I forgot. Okay, here's a thing we could maybe do. Nah, because we don't outspeed on Kabutops even at +... Dude, 1 speed point? Aw, man. Because we could have done like some flip turn shenanigans. Bronzong? I guess if Bronzong is available, yeah, this might click beat up. Because we are swapping into a Population Bomb, right? Yeah. And it'll click Population Bomb on this guy as well, and this guy's slower. And there's no way to make this faster. Just hypothetically, 31 speed plus speed. Nah, never. Never, never. Not like I have the heart scales for this anyway. How do I safely get something in on a Population Bomb? I don't think I... This is the problem with all my Intimidate Pokemon being dead, man. That's what the issue is here. Shuckle's gonna be too low HP, I think. And even then, what's Shuckle gonna do? If you're 31 speed, what happens? Oh my god, are we gonna have to invest another hard scale into Kingler? Is that unironically what we have to do here? We already made this thing adamant. If we make it 31 speed, it could outspeed, and then we don't have to worry about, like, King's Rock flinches. Problem is, how do we switch it in? Because we definitely need a pivot. Like, we need to... It would have to be Kabutops, no? Like, we'd have to go Kabutops? But then we're bringing Kabutops and a Kingler, and then our team is full, and then how do we deal with Kangaskhan and Zoroark? Let's just play with this, right? Like, if we did this... Kingler baits Grass Knot, which we would, I think, Speed Tie? Yeah, Speed Tie. Which it sees as a fast kill. Oh, Murkrow does pretty well into this, actually. Focus Blast Grid? Doesn't kill us. Well, that's helpful. Wait! Wait! The heal berries! Wait, you're so right! Hold on! Hold on, hold on, hold on! The berries... They heal you immediately, right? With multi-hit moves? Pokemon... Multi-hit moves. When do Pokemon eat berries? Consumed? Items like Cell Battery activate on the first hit and are consumed on the first strike by itself. That's not what I want to know. I want to know about berries. But like, I'm pretty sure... Okay, wait, let me just look up Citrus Berry. But you need 50% ones because Citrus is not enough. I think Citrus would be enough. For Kingler? Ah, no, it would barely not be enough. It would be a range. It would be a range on Kingler. Ah, also hi Hijack. Welcome, welcome. It'll heal? Okay, I'm just double checking the wiki quickly. Okay, yeah. Okay, I think it will. Oh, but you're at 25%. This would be a range, which would be so cringe. But like, it'll have to hit. What's the range looking like? Because it'll be... Damn. 20 times 10 would be too much. Ah, this is rough. So we don't get those healing berries, and I don't think that, like, I have the hard scales to do this. Oh, man. Oh, this is a rough one. Okay, wait, so... Highest damage roll is 22... Wait, that doesn't look right. 220? Is that really correct? Would that be the 10 hits? Oh no, that does look right. Yeah, no, that does look right. So if we have 120% HP, which I can't do here, damn, or 125, that would... It would be a chance. It would be a chance. I'm too lazy to calc how likely 10 hits versus Bright Powder is, but it could work. Not that I would recommend it. I mean, what other way do I have, right? Like, I would have to bring 2 Pokemon, or I would have to sack something to make this work otherwise. Which, like, to be fair, let's just be clear here. If Kingler dies, I can go into Chestnut. No, because Chestnut doesn't outspeed, so I would just get flinched, actually. But, like, I have to try. Like, what else can I do? Never dead to Bullet Seed, huh? 34% to hit 10 times without, and 10.7% with bright powder. That's a really helpful calc, actually. It's 95% accurate. I think normally it's 90%, right? Let me just double check. Because I think that changes the odds like a decent... Yeah, normally it's 90%. In this game it's 95. So it's a lot more likely to hit 10 times. Bright powder wouldn't change it that much. And I would need to get like an 8 hit. Well, with citrus... No, because I wouldn't be able to use citrus berry and bright powder. 60%. Okay, so... I think citrus berry is better. Because it would need to roll a lot of these like 1 in 16 damage rolls, right? Like it would need to roll a lot of these. Right? And like a lot of the 21s as well. But it's such a... Oh my god. 27% to 8 hit. Am I willing to risk this run on a 30%? I think I'd rather try the God, I wish I was smart enough to math out, like, okay, what's the odds of this getting the high damage rolls? Oh, man. Let's just plan with this for now. Let's just, like, assume this is how it'll go. Am I streaming in the right category today? Okay, I didn't check last time. Let's assume that this is how it'll go, right? And we're just gonna bring Kingler here because we're already like low on team slots. This is already looking very bad. Like I just don't have the tools to like work with it otherwise because my box is so thin. So citrus berry, I think is the correct call here. I think it is. Nope. So citrus berry and then swap in on pop bomb. Bomb. Pray for not too many high rolls. Maybe even a miss early on would be great. After webs, we outspeed and one-shot with superpower. Let me make sure this is nice and symmetrical. Sorry if you hear grunting in the background, that's my lovely wife playing Peak. She does that when she plays Peak. She gets very vocal. And let me group that up as mouse hold. I spelled it wrong. That's even worse. Stop! Why is caps lock active all of a sudden? And then I'll put a text note here that says heart scale 31 speed IVs. And I'll make it the reddest it could possibly be. A literal gamble. When I watch you, it reminds me of how stupid I play Pokemon games sometimes. I used a poison type against a psychic type, and this is kind of why I do Nuzlocke. Why I won't do a Nuzlocke anytime soon. I mean, this is a insane way to play Pokemon, the way I play it. Like, don't do this. If you value your fun, don't do this. This is horrible. Unless you're like me and you enjoy it, in which case, yes, do it. It's very fun. Can you center? Thank you. Oh my god, I hate when it doesn't center. Okay. I love calcing, so I do it. I do enjoy it. It is fun. Literal gamble, it's same how I play. I literally do it when a gym battle I need. And I do need Pokemon I don't really got. Yeah, like I literally don't have the Pokemon. Like I just have too many dead mons. I love to gamble. We are going to have to gamble here. We're risking the whole run at a gamble. And it's not even guaranteed we make it through because we haven't actually checked what happens next. Okay, so Grass Knot sees a kill on Kingler. Kingler is going to be like 1 HP. Like there's no... By the way, we are safe from crit. Crits are not in the equation here because of shell armor. So luckily that's not in part of the equation. Because otherwise this would be like insanely not in our favor. So Zoroark. We don't outspeed this. We are going to need to bring something to kill it. We're switching into a Grass Knot. So Murkrow actually seems really, really good here. As does Leafeon. So let's look at Murkrow, Leafeon. Both of these can outspeed kill. We're switching into Grass Knot, so it's totally fine. Let's see what they each do. Oh, actually, you know what I think happens here? I think we have a really good matchup all of a sudden. Is this taking Parental Bond into account, by the way? I don't think it is, right? I don't think it's taking Parental Bond into account. It's just taking like the higher base power. Let me actually double check. So 95 does 42 at max. So if I change this to 95... No, okay. So this is the damage with Parental Bond, actually. So this damage is what we are actually going to be taking in full. That's good to know. That's good to know. That is good to know. Because I have an idea. Right? I have an idea. If we just do this, like we bring this guy, we are going to need black glasses, which kind of sucks. But that way we can just one-shot Zoroark Hisui, right? So we put Zoroark Hisui, and we put down Leafeon. And we put down black glasses. And that's this turn. And that should be pretty easy. And we say we swap into a Grass Knot and then simply outspeed and kill with Knock Off. We do need the black glasses because there's no other way we can do like chip damage to this. Group that up as Zoroark H. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh, I did that badly. Hold on. There we go. That's better. I want the arrow to be straight. If the run is great, you can take risks because it's fine. If something goes wrong, if the run is mid, you need to take risks to get back into great. If the run is doomed, you need to take risks to stay alive. Staying alive is always right. Or taking risks is always right. That's actually kind of fucking true. I am normally very risk averse, but I genuinely think in this case, we just need to do it, like we just don't have a choice. And if it works, then this will be an attempt 1 Norman PB, which I would be very happy about. Like, that would be really good. But here's my idea, right? The issue is we're going to be taking a Fake Out. That's kind of fine. That's just some chip damage, right? So we'll have taken... That's actually a lot of Grass Knot damage. What the fuck? 20% almost? Okay. So we'll have taken like 45% at most. Like that's the highest damage we will have taken here. And then my plan was to press Tickle. Which I think Tickle lowers attack and defense. It sure does. Which means we would never be dead to return. Then we can Synthesis twice-ish. It could also click Power Up Punch, which would be fine. No, because it would get 2 attack boosts from it. But like, at this point, Kingler once again outspeeds. If we have to sack Leafeon here, I'm actually super okay with that because we have Chestnut. Leafeon and Chestnut do basically the same things. They're very, very similar. They're both bulky, like physically bulky grass types with not getting crit abilities. So I think if we like Tickle twice here, we can kill with Leaf Blade. And because we outspeed, it should work. I think this works. And if we have to sack Leafeon, like let's say this goes to like +2 attack or something, we can still just go Kingler and one-shot. Since we outspeed at -1 speed. I actually think this is it. I think this is actually a strategy. It all fully hinges on Kingler. Because I'm not gonna lie, if Kingler loses to Mousehold, we are straight up 100% fucked. Right? There's just nothing. There's nothing we could do about it. Best thing, maybe we can like pivot between Shuckle and the, like I don't know what we would do. I don't know what we would do. It all hinges on Kingler. Okay, let me write that down. Take the fake out. Tickle to prevent dying to return. Then synthesis up. And hopefully win the 1v1 eventually. That's the plan here. It's not a great plan, but it's a plan. It might work. Not only is it a plan, but it might even work. Isn't that what we always hope for in Pokemon? Kangaskhan Mega. There it is. Our Norman plan. Our line. I'm pretty confident about this. Like, if we had something else for Mousehold, this would actually be a really solid line. Mostly thanks to Shuckle. Like, the fact that we can lower speed here, insanely valuable. The Shuckle value is incredible. And I think... How long have we been streaming? About an hour. Like I said, today will be a short stream. We are doing this and the battle. That's it. We're doing the Norman battle. We might look at some stuff after the Norman battle. But that's what we're doing. We're doing the planning and the battle. Thank you for the follow, Milky Way. Let's see if I earn that follow. Let's see if I will get to keep it. Let's go over to the Game Boy overlay. With a double follow. Let's go, let's go. So, Armarouge in the lead position. As usual, this Pokemon comes to the battle, kills one thing, and then does nothing for the rest of the battle. That is almost always its job, and you know what? It does it perfectly, and I would never ask more of it. Then we bring... Kingler. This guy, dude. I really hope if I do another run, I get Kingler again. This guy is so fucking useful. It's actually insane how useful it is. He's so sick with it. Okay. We need... Let's just put citrus berries first. Wait. I don't think Chilon Berry would work on Population Bomb, right? Let me actually see if that would, like, put it in the calc. Chilon Berry. It works on one hit? Damn. Because if you look at the calc quickly, it made the damage go down to 67%. But yeah, that would just be for the first hit, wouldn't it? Ah, man. No! I was like, maybe. But no, that's not how it works. And I don't think any of these help me at all. Yeah, no, it has to be citrus. It's gotta be citrus. It's gotta be citrus. Kind of the same thing happening with Crawdaunt and Runabun. Wasn't really a fun. But having Shell Armor Crab is great. It is great. It's just good to have. Superpower on this was the best decision I ever made. I don't think I've clicked Aqua Jet or Waterfall once. It's almost always Superpower that I click. Alright. Kingler, hold the citrus berry and use it well. Use it well, okay? This is a very, very important citrus berry I'm giving you. It's a very, very important citrus berry. We are going to put a scope lens on Armarouge to increase its crit rate. We are going to put a citrus berry on Shuckle to make sure it can 1v1. Well, not 1v1, but you know. Cackle Slice when you use gems for multi-hit moves have That's sad. We are going to put a citrus... Dude, we're using all of our citruses here. And you know what? That is fine with me. More importantly, we're going to need black glasses on salad. And then we have an item slot open here on chestnut. And I don't know what makes sense here. Yeah, Quick Claw would have like probably made the most sense. But Quick Claw is not going to be used. Yeah, we don't have like a niche item we can put here. I guess... Muscle Band maybe? Let me quickly check the matchup again here. Yeah, because Body Press is not actually a guaranteed 2-hit KO. Knockoff doesn't do enough damage to like make this a guaranteed 2-hit KO. Also, notably, I kind of forgot about this. Chestnut is at full HP. That's something I kind of forgot about. Chestnut is going to be at full HP by the end of this. Can we do Chestnut's job with a different Pokemon? Maybe with Leafeon? And then we bring like a backup for Kingler dying? I don't know what that would be. Actually, no, that doesn't work because Leafeon doesn't have Protect. Never mind, it does need to be Chestnut. One nice thing at least is that Leafeon outspeeds Mousehold. So if we can get it to below 50% somehow with, say, like Tinkaton, like Tinkaton Play Rough or something, Tinkaton Fake Out plus Play Rough, and then we sack it. Or Knockoff, I guess, and then Leafeon could kill it. Or also, if I just knock off on Tinkaton, remove the King's Rock, then Chestnut actually can kill it consistently because it's the flinches we're worried about. That would mean sacrificing Tinkaton, which would suck, but it means that we don't auto-lose. It means that we lose an important Pokemon, but we don't auto-lose if Kingler dies. So it's more so that we lose like a really, really important tool if Kingler doesn't do its job this battle. Which, to be fair, if it doesn't, I'm not gonna fault my guy. He's been amazing. I'm not gonna fault him if he doesn't fully pull through. Okay, so let's go over this again quickly. Go in my notes and make sure everything is correct. This 2-shot Silvally, it has a Scope Lens. This has a Citrus Berry, it's supposed to knock off, set up Sticky Webs, and Power Split if it has the health for it. This takes care of slacking and baits for Redraft only. This takes care of for Redraft. Thanks to Life Orb Chip, we kill it with Fake Out, Knockoff, 2 Play Roughs. Kingler needs 31 Speed IV. Let's actually go do that before we do anything else. It needs to survive a Population Bomb, which is a range, assuming that Population Bomb hits 10 times. So it needs to hit 8 times, or the ranges are good for us. That's what needs to happen. And then lastly, Zorar, Kasui, and Kangaskhan are both handled by Leafeon with Black Glasses. How many heart scales do I even have? Because I think it's just the one, right? It's just the one. Oh no. Pop down a save state here just in case we click the wrong thing. I would like to maximize a stat, please, on my wonderful Clawsome Kingler, and I would like it to be its speed. So just to make sure, this needs to say 124. 124 speed. Dude, this thing changed its nature to Adamant, changed its speed IV to 31. I'm proud of myself, by the way, for actually using hard scales. I never used, I think literally never used a single hard scale in all of my time playing Run and Bun. And I was using them a lot more liberally in this game. And I think that is a good habit to get in. I think that's good and smart of me. And very sexy, not to mention. So. Are we ready for, I don't think the end of the run, but I think a very bloody battle. I am still amazed to have made it this far on attempt 1. I'm actually going to run ads on Twitch quickly so that they don't run at the start of the battle. I'm so sorry about this. I'll just be yapping a little bit while the ads play, and then once you're out of ad hell, I'll let you know. Okay. Where was I in my speech? Didn't think I'd make it this far. I have switched my mindset from God, I want to reset, God, I hate this run, to I actually just kind of hope we make it further. Like, we'll get more encounters. Our encounters that we still have will get stronger. And like, I've thoroughly enjoyed team building in this game, I'm not gonna lie. It is still exhausting, but it doesn't have the same kind of exhaustion that Run and Bun did for me, and I don't know why. It's just been a fun game. It's just been a really fun game to play. I'm also excited for obviously like the 1.2 release of this game with the harder mid-game trainers, which means it might be a long time until we make it back to this point in the game. Because I know Terra said that you want to, like, he wants people to sacrifice more in this part of the game. But yeah, we'll see if we make it this far again. If there is a next run, you know, maybe we beat it. Maybe we just beat it. Null early is just way better balanced. It is, dude. I love that you don't spend a bunch of time with unevolved Pokemon and useless shit while your opponents have, like, evolved things and legendaries and whatever. Like, it always feels like I am not that far behind from my opponent's strength, you know? It doesn't feel like I am insanely underpowered and that's where my weakness is coming from. Obviously, we still don't get easy access to like weather moves or boosting moves and stuff, but like, I just enjoy a lot that this game it allows you to feel powerful by not like taking away everything. If like every time I look at a Pokemon's learn set, I'm like, holy shit, this just gets that move? Yesterday I was in a Lotus's stream and they caught a Kleavor, and Kleavor gets Stone Axe and Accelerock. Like, it gets that. I feel like Run and Bun would never give you that. Stone Axe? Hazards? Fucking Shuckle having Sticky Webs is like saving this entire fight for me. Like, it's really fun getting to actually use tools, because it's still not easy, but like, you know, I feel like I'm actually allowed to do shit. Okay, ads are basically over. Planning took a little bit, but I think we're as ready as we're gonna get. As per usual, by the way, if there are mechanics that are different than what I expected or I was misinformed on, I am allowing myself to reset. That specifically matters for Citrus Berry. If Citrus Berry doesn't trigger throughout the attack animation of Population Bomb, I will allow myself to reset the fight. I might also make a save state when Mousehold comes out. That might actually be a better choice, so that any mistakes that happen before that won't have to be like repeated. So yeah, this is a rule I have. I know that probably makes my run like not Hall of Fame viable, but I also think, alright, this game doesn't have a Hall of Fame. I think Terra in his Discord has a rule for that, which I think is really cool. I'm not a big fan of Hall of Fame because I think it's a little bit elitist, but it's not like this run's winning anyway. Alright. One last thing. I haven't done this in a while in a Pokemon run, but the coat comes off. I would say the gloves come off, as they did in my previous model, in my PNG tuber. Sadly, the gloves on this model, as you can see, they don't come off. But the coat and the gloves always come off together. If you've played Elden Ring, just imagine I'm like the duelist, the Grave Warden duelist. I'm throwing my coat off, and I'm challenging you to a duel, Dad! As promised, we will have a Pokemon battle. Pay. I am so happy that I can have a real battle with my own child, but a battle is a battle. I will do everything in my power as a gym leader to win. You'd better give it your best shot. Alright. Let's do this. I'm nervous, but I'm pretty confident in our line. I think our line is clean, except for one part, and I think it is mostly good. Actually, let me just very quickly, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry about this. I'm very, very quickly going to re-export my team here, just so that in my calc the items are correct. I know that that won't matter, but I just want it to all be correct. All right. We psychic twice. Sword stance is fine, I believe. I think we're still safe from multi... Okay, so there is 2 rolls of multi-attack that can kill us, of multi-attack crit. If that happens, then L plus ratio, I guess. See, we're fine. We're fine. Flame, the most useless flame body trigger ever. There will have his own Hall of Fame eventually, if I recall. He just doesn't want anyone else to make one. Ah, I see, I see. It is slacking next, as expected. On the retaliate, we are going to go into juiced. This is going to do around 40%. It's a big hit. But that's fine. First thing we're going to do, I'm going to make a save state here as well. Though if this doesn't work the way I think it works, we will have to reset entirely. Knock off the eject button should not trigger the eject button. Though actually I think it is correct to power split first so that this thing does less damage to me. I think that's actually correct. It's loafing around, power split. This thing's attack went down to 85, from 160 down to 85. Now we knock off. Actually, I'm gonna webs first, just in case. You never know. You never know. You never know. 23%. Nice. Citrus Berry's not activated yet. Now we knock off. Eject button goes away. That's a lot more damage than I thought it would be. Wait, because my attack also gets averaged with his. Right? So I actually have 85 base attack right now. Ah, I forgot about that. I forgot that that was part of the move. I kind of want my Citrus Berry to actually trigger, though. I'm not gonna lie. Because right now... I mean, I'm not switching this in again anyway. I don't think it matters. Just now was a loafing turn, right? Or sorry, it is going to be a loafing turn now, rather. No, it was a loafing turn just now, so we want to attack again so that this attacks us and we can swap Chestnut in on a loafing turn. Critical hit, that's fine. That's okay. We get our Citrus Berry. We're lower HP than before now, but... Webs? Did I not click webs? Wait, did I not click webs yet? Oh, fuck, am I an idiot? Hold on. So I power splitted. No, I clicked webs. Okay, yeah, just good shot. Listen, good shot. It's still fine. This is why I have direct replay active on my stream. So now, we go Spooky. The spookiest of boys. On the Truant's turn, we are going to Spiky Shield. Nice. We are going to Body Press. And we are going to Spiky Shield again. And it dies. Wonderful. So we're at full HP. The only Pokemon that sees a kill on us from full HP is Farigiraf with Twin Beam. Good. Good. That is what we want. That is what we want to see. -1 speed. I don't think that matters actually for this specific Pokemon. My notes tell me that this will be Twin Beam or Fake Out. Or sorry, it will be Twin Beam rather. We go into Kunkka. Kunkka comes out. There's a Twin Beam. Not too bad, not too bad. Expected damage. Life Orb Chip. We Fake Out to make it flinch. I'm gonna be so for real with you for a second. I clicked Fake Out. I forgot this has Armor Tail. I am so lucky that I'm Mold Breaker. Holy shit. Oh my god. The Tinkaton luck. Oh my god. I just fully did not register that, like, oh yeah, this is Mold Breaker. Oh god. Nice crit. Wait, that's actually so relevant. The calc would have shown 0 damage. Oh, that's actually, that's a good point. That's a good point. I am tempted here to let this hit me again. Because I kind of want more HP than this. But I don't know if that ever matters. It matters it matters for Mega Kangaskhan if we ever need to swap in on that. But crit would also kill us after Citrus Berry recovery. Yeah, I don't actually think this matters. I think we just take the kill here. Oh wait, that's actually good. Yeah, this has Sucker Punch. Wait, that's actually perfect. I wonder if I'd clicked Fake Out, would Sucker Punch still have worked? No, because Fake Out is higher priority, so it would have failed. Because Sucker Punch doesn't work on high prio moves. Okay. This is it. This is the moment, okay? This is what we were waiting for. This is what we were waiting for. We put a Heart Scale into our Kingler. We gave it a Citrus Berry. It's Shell Armor. We need to see the Mousehold miss or roll medium rolls on, like, average. It needs to roll average, right? If it high rolls too much, we die. If Citrus Berry doesn't work, how I think it does, we die. We need this to work. You've not let me down literally ever, Kingler. And I've given you 4 Heart Scales as a reward. Don't let me down. Oh my god, that is so fucking close. Oh my god. Kill his ass. Get him. Get his ass, Kingler. You're so fucking awesome, dude. Oh, I love you. What an amazing Pokemon. Holy shit. Oh my god. This is actually random move from Zoroark, which I don't like. I'm realizing this is not actually Grass Knot guaranteed. Oh, I forgot this wouldn't be guaranteed Grass Knot. Okay. Interesting. I don't know if I can ever get this to Grass Knot on the Switch. I don't think I can. What does Bitter Malice do again exactly? Bitter Malice, there we go. 100% chance to lower attack. Okay. My heart almost stopped. No, yeah, it's really good. It can Bitter Malice, yeah, that's why I'm like, I can't actually go Leafy on here. I can get it to Focus Blast, but that doesn't help me get Leafy on him. Okay, let's assess our options. I could click Protect here. That doesn't really help much. Like, that would be like, I guess, scouting, technically. Actually, it might be helpful for making sure that this is actually Zoroark and not Kangaskhan. That might actually be useful to click Protect here for a turn. But if that doesn't work, I could go Let's see, what's Bitter Malice damage? 121. I could go into Tinkaton and click knock off. I do outspeed. It would mean I would sacrifice it. But I don't know what else I would say. It's my only fake out mon, dude. I'm genuinely thinking about sacrificing... No, I don't think I need to sack Chestnut, though. Highest damage on Chestnut is Focus Blast. I can two-shot with Leaf Blade. But I don't outspeed is the problem. But I could try to bait out, like, Focus Blast misses. This should never be Kang, but if you protect on Kang, he will Power Up Punch next, which is horrible. Yeah, that's true, actually. That's a fair point. It would be so bad if this clicks Bitter Malice here. I really need this to be Grass Knot. Because I assume there's... I'm just gonna guess that there's, like, low accuracy AI, so that this should never be Focus Blast. That's my guess. That this isn't Focus Blast, right? That would be my guess. Meaning, it's essentially a 50-50 on Bitter Malice versus Grass Knot. I actually think the spiky switch here, the Chestnut switch, is correct. What item did I give you again? I gave you a muscle band, I believe, yeah. I think that's correct here. We don't outspeed, but with Spiky Shield Synthesis, we can fish for misses on Focus Blast, because that's highest damage, unless Bitter Malice has special AI, because of the attack drops. I'm gonna commit to that. I am actually kind of willing to sack Chestnut here if I need to. Okay, it was good that we did that. That was a lot of damage. That was a pretty goddamn high roll. Are we sure that that's correct? That is correct. Okay, it was 1 off. Sorry, it was 2 off from being the highest roll. How much power points does Bitter Malice have? 15. It's probably max. Do the opponents have maxed out move power points? Then it would be 24, so we're not ever stalling this. But I think I'm gonna Synthesis. I'm gonna Spiky Shield first, I think. Just to scout. Bitter Malice again. Okay, why is it clicking Bitter Malice instead of Focus Blast is my question. I'm not making progress this way is the problem. I'm not gonna make any progress. Okay, yeah, the Bitter Malice on the switch in kind of screwed me, but at least I got to see it coming. Okay, what do we do now? I think we have to sack. We have to get Leafeon in, like, safely. Which of these Pokemon is the most replaceable? I don't have another Spiky Shield Mon. I don't have another Fake Out Mon. I'm not sacrificing Kingler. I'm just not doing that. Because yeah, it might actually be correct though. Is sacrificing Kingler correct? I have Kabutops and I'm gonna get a bunch of water types coming up. And I feel like his value might be starting to diminish. It's either Kingler or Chestnut. Oh, that's a fucking horrible choice. Kingler or Armarouge? I don't have a single other Psychic or Fire type. It's my only Psychic or Fire type. I don't think I can give up the value it gives me. It consistently is the only Pokemon I have that does that can kill certain things. Like the amount of problems I would have had versus Silvally, I cannot overstate. If I didn't have Armarouge. God, I think it actually has to be Kingler. Oh, that hurts. I'm so sorry, Kingler. But I genuinely don't see another way out of this. I'm so sorry. I want to see 07s in chat. Salute my man. Salute my guy. You didn't let me down once. I let you down. I thank you for dealing with the mouse hold. You were worth every heart scale. That makes me so sad. I'm so sad now. Ah! At least Leafeon is healthy now, so the Kangaskhan 1v1 should be a lot easier. Because we didn't take the massive Grass Knot chip. That hurts. That really, really hurts. I am hurt. This is gonna be a pretty, like, hurtful fake out. Okay, that wasn't actually too bad. Tickle because we outspeed. And now return does less than 50%. We can start clicking Synthesis to heal off the damage it does until we see a power-up punch. Let's see. If you're at -2, return only does 46 and 12. So we're safe to tickle again here. I'm really surprised it's not clicking power-up punch at all. I mean, I'm fine with it, it's just surprising. And I think now we just Leaf Blade twice and we win. Crit for the goat? Yeah. This does have Sucker Punch, but Sucker Punch never kills from here. And that's Norman, baby! Ha! On attempt 1! I only lost one Pokemon in the entire Norman gym, and it was a planned sacrifice. Well, kind of planned. I can't believe it. I lost to pay, but rules are rules. Take this. The balance badge. Balanced as all things should be. A badge for a life. And we can now use strength. A hollow victory. Contains facade. That's actually... I can put that on Obstagoon! Wait, Obstagoon finally gets facade! My Guts boy finally gets it! Alright! That's something. There you are, please come with me. I have something I want you to have. You don't mind, do you? Let me borrow pay for a minute or two. Can I please go mourn my crab? Please. I loved him so much, man. That sacrifice really hurt me. I've been like sacking Pokemon ever since Watson left, right, and center, but this one stung, man. Oh man. Our Wally's become very healthy since he went to Verdant Town. We owe it all to you. And while he left town, you helped him catch Pokemon, right? I think that made Wally very happy. Actually, not just Wally. It made his father happy too. Happy that he's gained such a great friend as you. This isn't a bribe or anything, but I'd really like you to have this. Is that strength? Nice. New level cap. Learns it naturally. That helped a lot, especially if it's fast. It's not. It's a modest Obstagoon with 8 speed. It's not a fast Obstagoon. Route 107, huh? Let's go there. Just to honor him. Yeah, fly me there, Armarouge. Fly me there on your cannons. Ah. Here it was. This small, tiny patch of sand. That is technically Route 107. This is where we caught the fucking goat of the run. Every time, man. It's always like, damn, this comes in and kills with superpower and doesn't need to worry about crits. Like, we found it useful to give this adamant nature just because of it. Like, it came with 29 attack IVs, by the way. And it had, like, 24 speed. Like, giving it the 31 speed was honestly, like, just for this battle, because it was exactly the number I needed. Oh my god, what a goat. What an absolute goat. This one really hurts. but it's what we have to do to keep going. One more fight, just one more fight, just one more fight, just one more split. The run's still not dead, guys. Still not dead. It's... oh my god, dude. Can I do some favoritism here? I'm gonna do some favoritism. You get a special... King... Lair. The King's Lair. Rest in peace, friend. But we're still going. What's the new level cap, actually? I want to know. What's the new level cap? The new level cap is... 72, is that correct? That's Flannery's level cap. I assume it's correct. 72, and we got the wind straights up next. Oh boy. Oh, that looks horrendous. Oh no. Oh, the wind straights look awful. Jesus Christ. Okay. That's a good resting place for the goat. It is. It is. I am really saddened by that. 4 heart scales again. But it was worth every single one. And we're fully out now. There's no more heart scales. There are no more. You get healed. Oh, thank God. Okay, I was about to say, like, if I have to do all that... Does this even count as a victory? I don't know if it counts. I will say, though, one thing I still have is Route 111 encounter. I actually did not cash in my encounter here. Meaning we can either get ourselves a Rock Smash encounter, which can be Lycan Rock, Colossal, or Cleavor. Colossal would be a dupe. But I think I'd rather wait for the Sand because, like, Gligar is there and Gliscor gets Poison Heal, which, like, obviously is fucking broken because you can just pre-status. Cole is fucking goat. People say that. Not gonna lie. I don't want to say he was useless, but he didn't do that much. I mean, he survived a long time. He wasn't bad. He was a decent Pokemon. I'm not gonna shit on him. Mine had a bit, like, weak stats, I guess, but, like, he was good. He was a good Pokemon. I also think I kept the wrong moveset on him. I kept, like, double fire move, rock, and rapid spin. People tell me that Tar Shot is actually kind of amazing. So next time I get this, I'm probably gonna keep that. I'm gonna keep Tar Shot. God, look at this dead box, man. And Kingler over here. But, like... there's so much blood on my hands. There's so much. God. But I'm really proud of myself for finding, like, a line through Norman that was honestly this consistent. The only thing that I didn't see was the fact that, like, Leafeon would not actually switch in on a Grass Knot. That was, like... that's a mistake I make very often, sadly, is that I'm like, oh, what move am I baiting? I'm not taking into account how much damage I'll have taken on the previous Pokemon. So that's something I gotta get better at, I think. Doesn't this unlock now? No, that's post Flannery, right? Yeah, this unlocks post Flannery. Because I think I already showed it on stream yesterday. But if you go over to the calc quickly, on the Pokemon locations, you can see here in the... actually, let me switch over to this one here, because it's easier to read. You can see Game Corner, available after New Mauville, which I think is like post Flannery, because it's a surf, like it requires surf. The first pool has Minior, Pumpkaboo, Flabébé, Shellos, which is not that great. The second pool, though, Togedemaru, Morpeko, Toxel, Rotom. Toxel, Morpeko are dupes, so we can either get a Fake-Out Steel type, which, again, we have one single Fake-Out Pokemon, or a Rotom, which is a Ghost type, and I don't need to tell you why that's amazing. I know that, like, the Mind Badge pool looks really, really good, like Darumaka, Darumaka G, Finizen, Mimikyu, Honedge. The only miss here is probably, like, regular Darumaka. But, like, man, getting a guaranteed Fake-Out Steel type and a guaranteed Rotom would be really good. Really, yeah, all forms I expected as such. Like, Rotom would give me so much flexibility. Mostly a fast Ghost type, but, like, Rotom Wash, Rotom Heat, both incredible Pokemon. There's stuff here. There's stuff here to use. Okay. I think I'm done for the day. Like I said, shorter stream, only 1.5 hours. But I'm gonna do my leveling up and shit next time. That's gonna be next time. Because this was exhausting, and I have plans to play Peak with my girlfriend and her friend. They invited me. Or rather, well, she's been playing Peak through my like Steam family sharing, but she bought it yesterday so we could all play together. So I'm gonna go do that. Oh, look at them, they're kissing, they're so gay. But thank you guys for joining. No stream on Saturday, Sunday as usual. I take weekends off. Unless maybe I really feel like it, in which case maybe there'll be a stream. But yeah, the run, it continues. I still... Did you say wife earlier? I use it interchangeably. So we aren't actually married, like legally, but we've said to each other like, hey, because like we looked at like, hey, should we get married? And we were like, well, the legal stuff is like really complicated. It costs a lot of money to divorce if we ever want to do that. And there aren't like any benefits to it. Like you don't actually get any tax benefits in Germany for it anymore. So it would just kind of, the only like legal benefit we would get is like, we would be each other's like automatic emergency contact, which is like, we already are. So there's like literally just costs to getting married. Like there's actually nothing to it. It's not like either of us would wear a wedding ring. We both have like, we don't like things on our hands. We're both like, we get overstimulated by that. At most I'd wear like a ring necklace. But like, yeah, so we were just like, can we just like say that we're like married in spirit? Because like we are, like, you know, we're like dating for life and we live together. And we share finances and shit. Like we have all the things that a like married couple does. We just aren't actually married, but I like calling her my wife. It's just sometimes I also say girlfriend because I like saying both. My lovely wife, my lovely girlfriend. Yeah, I'm very much a wife guy. I love my wife. Anyway, enough of that. I'm gonna go play Peak with them. Thank you guys for stopping by. Sorry about the short stream, but I don't want to overexhaust myself with another difficult plan, and I have to mourn my Kingler. Wait, actually, hold on. Before I go, I want to show one thing because I just remembered this. And this is gonna be so awesome. Just give me a second. Hold on, I gotta plug it in. God, I wish I had like a camera set up just for this actually. Okay, it's just USB. Hold on. Everyone who didn't leave yet, you're getting a special end of stream specialness. That's what you're getting, okay? Special end of stream specialness. Okay, I gotta take a photo of this. I gotta take a photo quickly. Did it turn on the light? There we go. Because it turns out, I actually have Kingler here with me. I actually have the goat with me. Yeah, picture taken, sent it to myself. Now I just gotta put it on the stream. I wish I had an easier way of just like taking a picture and automatically putting it on stream. Nope, that's memes. That's the memes I sent to my wife. And then I go copy. That didn't work. Okay, I have to actually download it. Download. Into my download folder, please. Yeah, this is so worth it, okay? I know the suspense is killing you. This will be so worth it. I love my wife too. Hell yeah. I have this. I bought it on a con. I've got a little like Pokésphere with Kingler in it. Because I like Kingler. I think it's a really cool Pokemon. It's simple. And it's got like light under it. And I just remembered that because it's normally behind me on my shelf. I think I'll keep it with me for a little bit. I think I'll put it up on my desk to remember it by properly. There we go. I just wanted to show that because it's very fitting for the end of this particular stream. Okay. That's gonna be it. That's gonna be everything. Awesome. Clawsome even. Thank you guys for joining. Thanks for stopping by. I don't think anyone I watch is streaming right now. No, so I can't rate anyone, sadly. But that's okay. We're just gonna end stream normally. And make sure to like, subscribe if you're on YouTube. Follow if you're on Twitch. Just leave a comment if you're watching the VOD. Send me money. I love money. Join my Discord server. I talk there a lot about Champions and Night Rain, and I sometimes invite people to games like Night Rain, and I plan to host another draft sometime soon. So if you're interested in playing draft, go there. If you're interested in helping me build teams or just all that stuff, Discord. Anyway, have a good one, guys, and I'll see you next stream. A good one. Bye.